This is the new tractor I bought, primarily for mowing, but it's got this plow on it, so we've got like an inch of snow, hardly anything. No sense doing anything, but I kind of just want to see how it does, play with it, get some air into the tires. It needs some air in the front tires, but so we're gonna start it up and run it for a little bit. Let's test it out. Choke, throttle. Charging 1,500 hours. We'll see if that actually works. Fuel gauge does not work. It's got a full tank right now. Alright, it's running pretty good. I lost the tire chain. That fell off. No big deal. But the Hobbs meter, the hour meter is running. That's moved. When I started today or yesterday, whatever, the PTO did not work, and today the PTO works. So glad that fixed itself. This plow does not float. It just it's got down pressure. So it digs in like crazy. I made a big mess of our walk here. It backtracks pretty well, but not great on the grass here. I did a little bit on the pavement down here. It does okay. The plow's got an angle. I'll probably use my big tractor for plowing unless it's broken. But you know, it did the trick. It's gonna be a lawnmower for us though. Okay, we have a new problem. That dripping on the ground, all in the hood. Yes, that is oil, and that is oil coming out of right there, which is where the oil fill cap was. I haven't yet found the fill cap, but we have either a blocked crankcase vent, or we have massive blow-by. But either way, not good, and I need to find that cap somewhere. So, yeah, that's good. Okay, I found the cap. You probably saw it already in the video. It was sitting right there under the spark plug wire. I think it was just loose. Maybe the drive over here. It's just this pipe thread, and it's got quite a lot of engagement. So I think it might have been loose and blown off, but it also looks like it hasn't happened too much because the hood, I just kind of wiped that down, but the hood wasn't too oily and there was no drips prior to right now. So I'm hoping that was a little bit of a fluke. Still doesn't change the fact that there was a lot of blow-by, but at least we found the cap. I'm gonna get the tractor ready for mowing season. Take this plow off, and I've got the mowing deck sitting over there, so I'm gonna get that on. It looks like basically to get this plow off, I just need to take the pull that pin right here, so I can get this changes the angle. I can pull it out of that bracket right up there, and then I've got this pin here. That's the lift cylinder. Once I pull that out, I think this thing basically, I can pull this right out of the bracket and this plow will just come right off. Pretty easy. Not really sure how much it weighs, but I should be able to lift that off and then at least drag it somewhere. I might drive it to where I want to leave the thing. Should maybe be the best thing. I had to retreat. It's raining. But I got the plow off. That was really easy. Those 2 pins fell right off. So when it stops raining, and I think there's some hail, yeah, good stuff. Maybe we'll get the mowing deck on later. Okay, it's the next day. Much nicer, not raining. I'm gonna try to put this deck on. I don't really know how it's supposed to go. I figure it can't be that hard to get figured out, but I do have a pile of hardware that came with it. This is the covers for the deck. This is the front PTO cover. And then I have this assortment of pins and bolts and stuff. Not 100% certain what all this goes to, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I got the deck under. Tight fit, but it goes. Gotta kind of wiggle it in. Now it's pretty obvious. There's those 2 holes on the frame where the front of the deck attaches. PTO shaft will slide onto there. And then there's these 2, there's one on the other side, chain links, and they go to that turnbuckle that's right there. I'm got a pin out right here, pin out right there that I gotta put back. There's a pin out right here that I gotta put back. And I think that should be it. And then we'll see. All right, we got it on. Not too bad. This is the first time I've done it, so it'll be easier next time. I did learn a couple things. First off, the gearbox there, I should have checked this before I put it on, but the drain plug is there, and there's a fill port on the top. The fill is completely inaccessible when it's installed, so I think I'll be pulling this off to check the oil in the gearbox. The other thing is that when I got it, the belt was off the pulleys. And what I've discovered is that I believe this belt is not the correct one. That idler pulley right there, I bottom it out, and this belt is still nowhere close to making it over that pulley. So I think I need a different size belt. I gotta check the manual. So I think that would be easier to change with the deck off as well. The other thing I gotta do is that the PTO on this tractor sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, so I need to check that out. But one step closer, probably coming off and going back on again. A little bit of internet research. I have confirmed that this is the wrong belt. This is a L96. L is the wrong cross section. This is supposed to be basically a double-sided V-belt because it wraps. Well, you can see the diagram here. It's got a reverse wrap around this is the drive pulley. So I think my problem is this is the right length of belt, but it's not sitting down inside the drive pulley in there. So it doesn't have enough length to get around. So those belts are pretty expensive. I did find a couple of them in the $25 range, but most are in the $50 range. So I'm gonna get one of those on order. That'll be a few days, and then we can test this out. I'll probably drop the deck off in the meantime so I can service that gearbox and get this belt off of here a little bit easier. All right, I got the mowing deck back out because I need to replace the belt and service the gearbox, at least check that it has oil, fill it up. I'm gonna service the U-joints while it's out, and then put it all back in. All right, this is the gearbox. I've just got it flipped up for now, and then the belt diagram is there, so I'll just get that on. All right, I got the new belt installed, gearbox hooked back up. I'm gonna check the oil in here. Looks like we got a drain level thing there. Wonder if this is maybe a fill. We'll see it. We'll check it out. All right, U-joints are greased. Gearbox has oil. I opened it up. It looks fine. Didn't do anything with it. Let's see. This grease fitting did not take grease. It moves fine, but the only thing is that this spring is maybe like too long or something. I don't know. Also, I don't think this is enough belt tension, especially once the belt stretches. So I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I may have to get a smaller belt. This was the belt, supposedly the factory belt, but we'll see. Okay, we're back where we started. Deck's under it. Gets easier every time. It's all greased up. I greased the steering spindles, and now I gotta see why the PTO is working intermittently. I'm trying to put air in the tires, which should be a simple task, but this one was not taking air. And it's got these wheel weights, and when the wheel weight is mounted, it sits really close, and so you actually have to bend the stem to get the air chuck onto it. So I thought maybe that was pinching something. But so I took the wheel weight off, and still doesn't take air. So I'm gonna pull the valve stem out, or at least loosen it and see if maybe that helps, or maybe there's some chunks of something in there. I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. It was just too tight. So that's taking air. I wonder if maybe it was leaking, and so they tightened it up. That's better. Good. Yes, the valve stem is leaking. I can feel it. So I'm going to tighten this back up like they had, and just know this for next time. I was gonna try to fix the PTO, figure out maybe it was just a bad switch or something, but then I turned it on and it worked. Well, I turned the mower on, it did not work. I drove around a little bit and then it did work. I'm wondering, so while it was running, I just decided to come out and mow a bit of the lawn and just see how it did. It worked fine the whole time. I turned the PTO on and off multiple times. This is now twice that it's worked after I've run it around a little bit. So it cuts pretty good. This was all like prickers and weeds. Cut that down pretty good. We got a lot more to do. All this whole area hasn't been touched in a while, but a little bit of a dip here, and pretty successfully got the tractor stuck. I can't lift the deck up anymore, so I'm gonna yank it out with my other tractor, a bigger tractor. But yeah, good times. So I think it's good to go. Ran good, no issues, didn't overheat, it's not blowing oil out anywhere. So just need to put the guards on the deck right there. There's a cover that goes on there, and there's a cover for the PTO in the front here just to protect that pulley. Besides that, I think we're ready for the grass to grow.